Please subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell and like the video. The Goodwood Festival of Speed is a celebration of all things automotive and in recent years has seen an influx of automakers looking to flex their muscles by showing off fantastical concept cars or sending their latest sports cars up the track. This year saw a huge crop of exciting announcements, from modern recreations of classic race cars to limited production supercars and several high-powered electric vehicles. Read on to see all the cars revealed at this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, which happens this year from July 13th to 16th in the UK. This 483 horsepower rear-wheel drive electric coupe, created by a Japanese motorsports engineering company, weighs 3,150 pounds and features a slick, retro-tinged design penned by Nissan's former global styling boss, Shiro Nakamura. It was originally created as a marketing tool, but AIM is now considering a limited production run. Aston Martin is preparing to launch an EV in 2025, but first it has dreamed up the limited production Valour, complete with a 705 horsepower twin-turbo V12 engine in a 6-speed manual gearbox. The styling borrows heavily from the one-off 2021 Victor, with a butch muscle car vibe similar to the 1980s V8 Vantage. The legendary Speed 6, which won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1929 and 1930, has been resurrected, with Bentley planning 12 new units of the Speed 6 continuation series priced around $2 million. Bentley used engineering sketches from the late 20s, as well as a Speed 6 from its collection, to craft the new versions, with power coming from a 6.6-liter inline-6 churning out 205 horsepower. The new old car is already sold out. The Project V represents a new path for Caterham, a purveyor of lightweight, bare-bones sports cars. The electric coupe features a 268 horsepower motor on the rear axle and a 55.0 kilowatt-hour battery targeting 249 miles of range. Notably, Caterham says it has kept the weight down to just 2,623 pounds and plans to put the slinky two-door into production by 2026. This one-off Ferrari sports an unusual design, taking cues from the futuristic Vision Gran Turismo concept with smooth surfacing and a chiseled front end. Underneath, the KC23 is based around a 488 GT3 race car, completed with a twin-turbo V8 producing roughly 600 horsepower. The lucky owner is a Ferrari collector and likely spent millions of dollars on this special project. Ford didn't provide many details about this modified Mach-E but did confirm that the off-road-oriented EV is going into production. The photos reveal beefier tires, fog lamps integrated into the grille trim piece, and a rear spoiler reminiscent of the Focus RS. Orders open this fall in the US, so more details should come soon. The biggest reveal at Goodwood, believe it or not, was a Hyundai, with the Korean automaker taking the wraps off the hot version of its stylish Ioniq 5. The N variant produces 641 horsepower and should hit 60 miles per hour in the low 3-second range. The Ioniq 5N also offers different sound profiles, with one that mimics that Elantra N's 2.0-liter inline-4, and simulated gear shifts to making the driving experience more engaging. INEOS followed up its Grenadier 4x4 SUV with a pickup truck version, the Quartermaster, although US availability is not yet confirmed. Powered by the same BMW-sourced turbo 3.0-liter inline-6 as the SUV, the Quartermaster has a bed similar in size to that of a Chevy Colorado. INEOS also used Goodwood to showcase a hydrogen fuel cell-powered Grenadier prototype, which uses the powertrain from the BMW iX5. Lamborghini unveiled its challenger for the 24 Hours of Le Mans and Rolex 24 at Daytona, with the SC63 set to race in the World Endurance Championship and IMSA Series next year. Powered by a new twin-turbo 3.8-liter V8 connected to a hybrid system, the SC63 will face off against entries from Ferrari, Porsche, Cadillac, and Acura. Peak output will be limited to 670 horsepower by regulation, and the sharply styled race car hews closely to the brand's dramatic, angular road cars. These two special editions represent the final V8-powered Maseratis, as the company transitions to EVs. Both Ultimas use the twin-turbo 3.8-liter motor, with the Ghibli modified slightly to increase top speed to 208 miles per hour. Both models wear special badging and unique paint options. At Goodwood, MG released an all-wheel drive, 429 horsepower version of its MG4 hatch called the X-Power alongside a wild concept version dubbed the EX4, said to be inspired by the chunky Metro 6R4 rally car from the 1980s. The EX4 wears extreme aerodynamics, with a sharp front splitter and a towering rear wing, and uses the same X-Power setup underneath. A year after setting a record time at the Goodwood Hill Climb, the British startup revealed the Sperling Pure, with 100 units of the track-only car planned for production. The Sperling Pure weighs under 2,205 pounds and still includes the unorthodox, downforce-producing fans behind the cockpit. Porsche chopped the top off its Vision 357 concept to create this speedster, which uses the chassis from a 718 GT4 Club Sport. Instead of the GT4 RS powertrain in the coupe, the Speedster is fitted with electric motors from the 718 GT4e Performance, providing up to 1,073 horsepower. This special edition of Pininfarina's electric hypercar honors Nino Farina, grandson of the company's founder and winner of the first Formula One championship in 1950. Each car in the 5-car run will receive a Rosso Nino paint job with black, white, and blue accents and rides on gold wheels. Classic Porsche specialist Singer showed off their latest creation, the DLS Turbo. Based on the 964 generation Porsche 911, the DLS Turbo is meant to emulate the 934 fifths race cars from the 1970s and pack a twin-turbo 3.8-liter flat-six with approximately 700 horsepower. The wider bodywork is fashioned from carbon fiber and the DLS Turbo features a manual gearbox. This electric dune buggy might look familiar, as it's a full-scale version of the Tamiya Wild 1 RC car released in 1985. Built by the Little Car Company in England, the Wild 1 will be street legal in Europe, producing 37 horsepower and eking out 124 miles of range.